Hey everybody, this is Lorelia coming to you with a video. I'm going to reposition the camera some because I seem like I'm really close up when I do these videos. So like I was saying, welcome. And as you see on the title, what does it say? Why do I need business credit if I have money? And really what I mean is, but I knew it would be too long if I have disposable income. So I may change that depending on how it appears on the subject line here on YouTube. So if you're new to my channel, as I said, my name is Lorelia and I talk about credit. Have over 400 videos on this channel about the topic of credit. So I'm not new to the conversation. Today I'm going to be talking about business credit, business funding. That's really my primary focus for 2020. It's really business funding, business credit. So depending on when you're watching this, understand that that is my focus. So today, depending on when you watch this video, hey, how you doing? Sony B, good evening. Depending on when you watch this video, this today marks as the national birthday of Martin Luther King. And so a lot of people do not know that one of the things that Martin Luther King really was working towards is economic inclusion. And so you may be wondering, well, what does economic inclusion and Martin Luther King, Lorelia, has to do with the topic? So how does it have to do with the two? Okay, we're talking about economic inclusion and how business credit gives you that opportunity. So one of the common things that I always get from people is they always ask the question, Lorelia, why do I need business funding? Why do I need business credit if I already have money? I have money sitting in the bank. Why do I need it? And that is a very good question. And the way I answer that is it really depends on what it is that you want to do. Having access to business credit or business funding gives you options. Why does it give you options? Because you're not using all of your disposable income. See, what a lot of people don't realize, and there's no right way and wrong way of doing things. You have some experts who say, don't build your business on debt. And you have some experts who say make your business a cash basis business, and then you have some people who subscribe to forget about equity. And how does equity work? That's when you're pretty much giving a person an equity position into your company. In exchange, they're going to give you an injection of cash, and that's what you see on Shark Tank. That would be considered an equity position. A lot of times, the people go on the show, and what they do is they present to the sharks their great business opportunity, and they need cash. And so in order for them to get cash to do whatever that they need to do, whether it's building out some type of product, getting things out to the market, creating some type of distribution channel, they need access to money. And so, like I said, there's no right way and wrong way. That decision is up to you, whether it's cash basis, a debt basis, or equity basis. But at the end of the day, many people do not use their own money. That's why you hear the term OPM, other people's money. People don't usually use a lot of their own disposable cash to be able to build a business. So that philosophy is something that you personally have to figure out. So, like I said, economic inclusion in this day and time in 2020. Hey, how you doing, Javon? Welcome. Thanks for joining me. Economic inclusion in this day in 2020, it allows anyone who has the fortitude, financial fortitude, the ingenuity, I can't even say the word now. I would say, because I wanted to use another word that I can't say now. But anyway, if you have the will, I guess that's what the word I'm using for. If you have the will, and in this day and time in the United States, You have the ability. Yes, yes, ingenuity. Still can't say it. I see it, but you get what I mean, Sony B. That's it. That's it. And even outside of the country, there are people who realize that there is a lot of opportunity um, in the U.S. And so there's people who live in another country who have been able to tap into what we have here in America. That's why now we have overseas um, individuals who take advantage, and when I say advantage, not in a bad way, but really using it as opportunity to be able to connect with U.S. business owners and provide them with a resource to be able to work with them, or do work for them, or whatever the case may be, to get access to them paying them. So why do I mention all of that in terms of economic inclusion, business credit, business funding? Because there are no excuses. There are no excuses, and you as a person have to decide on what is your economic um, what is going to be your economic um, will as you go into 2020. So the one thing that I want to point out is, once again, real stuff, another pre-approval. So this is an example of someone who wants to leverage business funding. Of course, personal information has been blotted out, but I want to show you real. So as you can see, congratulations, pre-approved between 25 and 60,000. And look at the scores. So as you can see, 650, 7 something. It's real stuff right here. Why do I show that? I show you this to show you that most people, whatever they're trying to create, whether it's a business, whether it's to get into real estate, a lot of them don't have access to disposable income to 25 to 60,000 sitting in their bank accounts. Even if they did, why would you use it? Why would you use it? Because in the event that something may go wrong in your household, you don't have nothing to pull from. So this is the power of leveraging credit, leveraging funding, because now you get to tap into other sources of money. That's why I titled it the way I titled it. Even if I have money, why do I need business credit? Because it gives you options. It allows you to get access. So, like I said, Martin Luther King, one of the things that he talked about was economic inclusion. And many people don't know that once he started to discuss economic inclusion for African American people, don't mean to make this a history lesson, that's really one of the things is why he got shot. And a lot of people don't know that, because once you can include yourself in the economic conversation, how do you do that? And 2020 is having access to things, having access to be able to get funding when you want, to get credit when you want, to be able to build a business that creates cash flow. That allows you to have economic inclusion in 2020. And that's why in the video that I did before this, and I talked about black African Americans, even with a 750 credit score, are they still getting access to funding? Understand there's a strategy that you have to put in place, because what a lot of people do not know, that even though if you want funding, even if you try to go out there in the marketplace and get funding, for example, from a traditional bank, a lot of times they want you to go full doc. So one may say, well, Lorelia, how does one get that economic inclusion that you talk about? Getting access to lines of credit. This is real stuff, you know, is having certain components together. Credit being right, having a strategy to pull from different resources. You see what I'm saying? Because only a fool would use all their disposable income to run a business. Only a fool. I'm sorry. I'm not going to tap myself out with all my cash in the bank and still try to run some type of whatever, whether it's a business, whether it's a real estate endeavor. I'm going to look into how I can leverage other things that I have in place. And so that's why if you're watching this video and you're wondering, well, Lorelia, what are the forms of capital that a person can tap into? I did a webinar called Access to Business Funding. If you go to bizcredit.yourmoneymentor.com, you'll get that opportunity to watch. It's like a 30-minute webinar that I did explaining to you about the different forms of capital. Now, I'm going to try to do a video tomorrow, but I want to kind of talk to you about some of the things that hinders a person from getting access to credit. I'm going to tell you a real story. I'm going to change a little things about it because I don't never want to expose some of the people that I'm working with to give you an idea. But like I said, if you're interested in seeing that webinar, go to bizcredit.yourmoneymentor.com. Like I said, it gives you an idea of the different forms of capital that's out there in the marketplace and how you can get access to it. Because see, a lot of times people just think of business credit cards. And I'm going to tell you right now, and I know I probably should save this video, save this for another time, because I'm already at 12 minutes. Don't be fooled. Anyone who's selling you on, you're going to get business credit, and you're not going to be able, you don't need to use your own personal credit score. It's baloney. Now, is there some things you can get? Like, can you get a Dell Finance credit card? Yeah. Can you get an Amazon card? Yeah. Can you get some Net 30 accounts? Yeah. But I'm talking about true capital. Because at the end of the day, this is what people want. This is what people want. This is when people say they want business credit, business capital, business funding, they trying to get access to money. They ain't trying to get access to no Amazon business credit card. They not trying to get access to no Dell finance card. They not trying to get no access to no Uline, Granger, Quill, and all the others. Not to knock it. If your business needs it, I totally get it. But that's not what people are working. When I talk about economic inclusion and to be able to leverage something, I'm talking about this. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Wanted to come to you quick today with a quick message. Like I said, check out that video. That webinar. Go to bizcredit.yourmoneymentor.com. All right, I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.